thing in your life that you have always disliked. Maybe you have this one goal that you really want to get to, and you think, oh, it's this one thing about me, it's this one thing about my life that is keeping me from getting to that goal. Now let me tell you something. That might be an excuse, because that one thing that you hate so much about your life, about yourself, you're just using that as an obstacle that's in your way. You're probably right. This is probably something that everyone around you will also tell you, yeah, you can't do it because of that. Makes sense, yeah, right? Because it's much easier to give your consent to someone's opinion than to kind of go against it, you know, change the conversation. It's so much easier to just let it be and sit there and be like, yeah, right on. Now let me tell you about my life. I just remembered that in this book, Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, who created Nike, there's a part in this book where he says that, you know, he built this amazing team, at least I believe, of people, and he couldn't have done it all alone, right? But they did not just give each other compliments. What they did was like fight, you know, fight as friends, criticize each other, but to the maximum. Really go deep into everything that could have gone wrong. And this is something, you know, we're missing out. There's a lot of fake love out there, but really have those conversations. I've never had one in my life because people can't go through them. Bro, there's just no idea out there that is that great, that is perfect. Like, every great idea needs to be put through trial and error, needs to be criticized. Find somebody who does that, who does not feel offended, who doesn't take it personally, who thinks, oh, you trying to be better, you're hating, you trying to be something else, I'm not gonna link up with you. I will believe those people that just, you know, give me all the fake love. I love this. Like, this is the people you gotta find, for real. This is how we all communicate. We don't talk at all, right? Because I always thought I am bad at communicating, and then I realized the people that I thought were good at it, they also suck. And you think, oh, it's this one thing about me, it's this one thing about my life that is keeping me from getting to that goal. So this one thing is something that all your life you had wished it wasn't that way. You always felt like, oh, this makes it a lot harder for me. And maybe you weren't lazy, right? So you were trying to push. You were trying to fight it. Like, you went out there trying to, you know, destroy this thing. You're not going to be friends with it. You're going to destroy whatever distraction is in your way, whatever disadvantage you have. But somehow that didn't work out. And now it's like, okay, maybe this is setting me back forever. You can't destroy it. It will be there forever. It's there. It's always been there. But what is there to do? Did you ever consider that you could turn this one thing into your strength? And if you just embrace it, if you just make it a part of your life, of your story, of who you are, and you just let it go, you know, let go the hate, let go the complaints, let go of putting you in a different position because obviously you weren't given the same chances. Yeah, nobody was. Okay, cool. But how do I actually figure out what my unfair advantage is? It might be emotional intelligence. For example, your ability to understand emotions of other people, which truthfully is gonna make you feel really hurt, but it can be at your advantage, right? And you can share that experience with others. Physical attributes. Don't let something set you back. There's tons of examples out there of people who made it when actually nobody believed in them because of their appearance, because of something that was absolutely to their disadvantage there. So don't let that stop you. You at least gotta try, right? I got the perfect example actually. Let me tell you a story. When I was a little kid, I had allergies, so sometimes I just could not sleep all night long, and whenever I got a little cold, you know, kids get sick all the time, but it wasn't like that for me. When I was sick, I was really sick. Like, I was awake all night long, and then on top of that I had asthma, so I couldn't breathe. So I was like, I have only one wish. I just want to lie down on my bed and breathe. That's all I want, right? Now, you could imagine somebody like this would probably not be good at sports, right? Because running, like, I used to go to karate with my dad, and to warm up they would run around this lake, and I already knew I was gonna be the last one. But then at the same time, sports is kind of my strength. And I always felt like I could outrun anyone because, like I said, it was allergic asthma. So when it wasn't here, I was actually extremely good. I think I was always like third or something at running, but I always felt I didn't put in the effort and I could easily be first. It could be your knowledge or what you went through. For example, maybe you had a really traumatizing childhood, right? You can go out there and help people. You can go out there, run a YouTube channel maybe about mental health, right? It might just be the things that you know that you're good at that set you apart from everybody else. And don't listen to those people around you who tell you, oh, you know a lot about this? That's gonna get you nowhere. Exactly. Let them believe that, but you can basically build a business about everything, so lean into what you know, what you like to do. Like that will be great. Just trust your intuition there. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually hot to be into, learning and growing and all of that. A lot of people don't like you when you have that growth mindset. You want to grow because they just stuck where they at and they truthfully don't want to do anything to grow. So they are probably going to be the ones that want to stop you from growing, right? And those are the ones you have to leave behind. So that's kind of also an unfair advantage. Bro, everything is full of unfair advantages. I'm just realizing now. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's say you're super creative, but you might not just be the greatest at math, right? But that's not how our society is built, like how our school system works. So it's like the people that are considered as smart sometimes or getting those best jobs out there, they might not be the most creative ones, to be honest. But lucky, there's a shift in that. Like, we no longer live in 1900, I don't know what, but that's not gonna set you back. You don't need to know everything, and don't let people tell you that you're worthless. I feel like I haven't met that many people in my life that are super creative, so I think that's an advantage, honestly. I know I wake up with 20 ideas in the morning, but hey, I just gotta learn how to, sort through, calm my mind. Communication skills. I think we all are on such different levels with communication, and since this channel is also kind of about being autistic, that's obviously something we struggle with a lot. And not only us, a lot of people. But that doesn't have to be a disadvantage. Oh God. And people on TikTok, they just killing it. They're killing it because they know what they're talking about. And like, dude, just because we're not the best at meeting new people and we might appear as, really naive, it doesn't matter. Get to know me, yeah? It's not 5 minutes that determine who I am. If you don't wanna spend the time to get to know me, I don't wanna know you either, right? So even if you feel like you're not the best at communicating, you can work that out. I know it's tough because the world obviously loves loud in your face people that know how to present themselves within 3 minutes or 1 minute, but hey, lucky, that's something that can be worked out and that can be your advantage. Bro, I'm talking here to the camera too. Oh, and talking about communication, if we talk about language, I got the perfect personal example, alright? So I think I was like 13, 14, 15. Around that time I tried to ask my parents if I could study in the US. I think it was possible to do that, a kind of exchange student thing, and it wouldn't cost so much. So it was something that I felt was possible. But obviously they didn't consent. Also part of this allergy thing, they were always super caring, I just wish they would have let me go, honestly. I just wanted to be something that requires me to really be good with words. And then on top of that, I grew up in a completely not English speaking country, right? And I felt like this is my biggest disadvantage. I'm forever gonna have an accent, and I didn't want that. Nothing wrong with an accent, but I just did not want any. That was not easy because nothing on TV would be English. The internet was not what it is today. I don't know. I put in a lot of work just writing down words. I don't know. I'm crazy hard on myself when it comes to that. So why 2023 has changed my life. It was the first time ever I went to the US. I knew I had to do this for myself because it was long overdue. After all, it had been 15 years. If I'm just one day in New York, I probably get motivation that lasts me for months. I'm not joking. Like, somebody gave me magazines. Bro, English magazine, like comics, like something I never got. That's something crazy to me. You know, all these little things that people take for granted are insane to me. And I don't want to go around crying and being like, ah, but that's how I feel. And it's kind of a cool feeling, you know, to be so appreciative just because all these things that I've always wanted. What I'm actually saying is my biggest unfair advantage is that I got a different type of motivation. Whatever people think is normal to them is the dream to me. Also, I like to get excited. There's nothing wrong with that. I absolutely can't stand it when people walk on this earth and travel somewhere and act all cool. Like, you know, oh, seen that before. You ain't seen that before. Why would you pretend to be so cool? There's nothing cool about pretending to be so cool about something that's actually amazing. Appreciate it, show some love. One more thing about being creative. I always felt like no matter how much effort I put in at school, I will always get the second best grade just because there's gonna be this one question that sets me off because like my mind is just too creative to answer that in the right way because I find too many answers, right? And that's not how it's evaluated. That's not how you get grade A. Technology, I think it's hot. I mean, I have some special interest about, I guess, electronics. But dude, if you're into gaming, you can obviously make a living with that. You can study, like, you know, that's a big thing. And I know a lot of people around you, like your parents probably might not support that, but that can be your advantage. If that's your passion, go follow it. Last thing, that should be a video topic on its own, is cultural awareness. And that also goes into being autistic, because I feel like I have a really strong sense of social justice, and a lot of time people around me did not really understand that. They would tell me, oh, this is dangerous, don't even, you know, address this, and don't even talk about this. And that will get me super mad because I cannot do a fashion brand and shut up. Like, I want to put something revolutionary on there because, dude, come on, nobody cares in the end. But I know what I'm wearing and I know what the message is. So that's all. I'm about this with everything. That's what art should be about, bro. Like, come on. I think so. There's people that don't have that. If you got that, it should be your advantage. A global perspective. Because whatever it is that you think is holding you back is exactly what makes you you. Is exactly what makes you unique. So you should really embrace that and know that there's nobody else out there who's like you. You gotta weaponize those traumas. So let me know in the comments what's your unfair advantage. Or maybe I'm looking for a different word. I don't even like that, because the first time I heard that, unfair advantage, I was thinking to myself, bro, I don't have that. And then suddenly I realized, yeah, dude, I'm a perfect example for this. So I think we all have that. Do your best you can. That's all you can do, and that's enough. If anyone tells you it's not, it's enough, let me tell you.